Periva Sharanam, Experiences with His Holiness, narrated by N. Venkatraman, Mailadurai, compiled by T.S. Kodandarama Sharma. This one is a small boy. Continued. During an occasion of Shankara Jayanti, a musician sat for a concert of Jalatarangam. He was to begin with the stotra Vatapi Ganapatim Bhaje. Although he was an experienced musician, he could not get the Shruti right, how much ever he tried. Depressed in heart that things had come to such a pass before Sri Periyava, he continued to try to set the right Shruti. Sri Swamigal understood the musician's avastha, predicament. Calling a Sishya nearby, he sent word to the musician. Ask him to remove an ounce of jalam from the fifth bowl. When the Vidwan did that and tried, the Shruti was set properly. At once the musician rose and came to Periyava. He prostrated Periyava. With a faltering voice, he said apologetically, "How are these things known to Periyava? I did not know it myself, being a professional musician." Temples having Rajagopuram in all four directions, there are 12 of them in Tamil Nadu. Among them, for the Vaishnavism, there is only the Sri Rangam temple. All the remaining 11 temples are Shiva temples. Sri Swamigal would say that it is Shrestha to conduct Yajurveda Jata Parayanam and Rigveda Gana Parayanam in temples. You know about Virudachalam? Sri Swamigal asked me once. I responded saying, I know. Periya Kshetram, a large holy place. Nearby Manimuttaru, the holy river. You arrange for a Jata Parayanam there. He told me. I started the efforts forthwith. Although I knew nothing about the Parayanam, Sri Swamigal's Anugraham, and by the assistance of several people, the Jata Parayanam was held in a grand manner. I realized in Anubhava Purvam that it was only Sri Periyava who urges and guides an action. So long as Periyava was in camp in Ananda Tandavapuram, it was my duty to collect the milk brought for Sri Chandramaulishwara Abhishekam and keep the milk pot near the puja construct. Periyava had given me that great bhagyam. One morning, he was sitting on the stairs of the pond, playfully wetting his feet in water. At some distance were boys of my age. A man brought some milk at that time. What for this milk? For Abhishekam. All right, keep it there. After some time, Sri Swamigal got up. Suddenly, a boy took the milk pot in his hand. I was full of anger at him. Wasn't it my right to carry the milk pot? How can this boy seize it from me? I told him in a low voice, "Dai, give me the milk pot or else that will be the end of you. Yes, now give it to me." He was simply climbing up the stairs without handing over the milk pot to me. Perhaps something itched in Sri Swamigal's paduka. He removed them off his feet and asked me to carry them. I carried them. But then the anger that the milk had changed hands did not subside in me. I kept murmuring in a way that only the boy could hear. "Come to the matham, shall kick you and beat you with my sandal." When we arrived at Sri Matham, I was given orders to set the padukas down. Periyava wore them in his feet and went inside. As I had berated, I pounded the boy left and right. That evening, Periyava sat on the thinnai of a house. A crowd of 10 or 20 people surrounded him. To Today's talk will be about whether it would be milk or sandals, he said. Everyone was surprised. Periyaval used to give brief speeches now and then, but they never had any predetermined headings. Philosophical truths would burst popping out in them like ratnams. In the Nandi Gramam, to what was the Pattabhishegam done? Do you know? Only for the Padukas. Ordinarily, they would call what are worn on feet sandals. But that is the Padaraksha, security for the feet. It would be known as Padukas if worn by sannyasis. Bharata kept Sri Rama's Padukas on the Simhasana, throne, and performed Abhishekams, Palabhishekam, to them. Therefore, which is loftier, the milk or the sandals? Saying this, he finished his talk suddenly, ending it with the Pundarikam, Govindanama Sankirtanam. It felt like someone hitting me on my forehead with a horsewhip. What a great sinner was I! Periyava had given the very lofty Padukas to me, asking me to carry them. Nothing in them edged him really. Only to give me that bhagyam, he played it that way. In sheer madness, I had beaten that boy, caring nothing about his head or leg. Swami had hidden my eyes, resulting in not understanding the bhagyam I had received. Even today, the tear pops up in my eyes. Periyava Sharanam.